next field. Oh, that's better. Not as soft, not nearly amount of moisture. These windrows will fluff up a lot nicer. He said to don't worry too much. These need to break in a little bit. The plastic or whatever, urethane, needs to soften up so then these float better. But I've been running it in the dark, so I haven't been able to see how much dirt they're really kicking up. But now that the sun's up, we'll see more. I was on the phone with Brian. He said to be careful. The bottom end of this field, it gets wet. Everything looked fine from in the cab, but I climbed out and it's time to stop for a bit, even though it's pretty late. But there is no crunch, nothing. This needs to wait. It's roping up a little too much behind the rake. This windrow is a little too tight. It's not fluffing enough, which isn't the fault of the rake. The Darfs do the same thing. I don't think the basket rakes do it as bad, but yeah, I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit. I would rather let this get dry and rake a little. He said up north, the upper end, it dries out quicker. I would rather rake some dry hay than some wet hay. You get more problems with wet hay than you do the dry hay. So we're gonna wait. But man, I've got like another 30 acres to go, so it'll be questionable. I don't have to finish. I could finish in the morning right in front of those guys baling, so we'll see. Yeah, there's just it's just, yeah, not just too. That's got me second guessing that other field I was in earlier today, but whatever. It's already done. Can't go back. You can see the color change. It's had a lot of moisture. This field gets, like he said, it gets wet. The rake's been great though. It's doing its job. There's something that's a good plus and a minus about it. Your tires are in front of the rakes. In a DARF, the tires are behind the rakes. So you're raking the hay before you ever drive on it. If your windrows are close together, those tires drive on the hay. But with us, specifically with us, the way we farm, we have portholes that come out of the ditch that create large holes. Well, the tires on the DARFs are way out here. And so as you turn at the top and the bottom of the field, there's those large holes created by the water erosion, and those tires can fall in there, which just destroy the rakes over time. Cracks, all sorts of bad stuff. Where these tires stay right behind the tractor where it's smoother. I mean, it's still rougher, but the holes generally aren't all the way out. So one way that's nice, that's not falling in those holes, but it's driving over the hay, which can be an issue. Earlier when this was running, this pin was on the second hole. I've picked them all up, so there is a lot less dust. You could see in the video just dust everywhere. Now, if I put the camera back out there, I'm low on battery, so I'm not going to. There's a lot less dust. It's almost all gone, so that's good. The guy out here, Josh, that was helping me set it up, thought maybe I needed to have it set that low, but yeah, we picked it up. These have a lot of flex in them. I was hanging on it yesterday, and they don't bend like in a DARF. This part's a metal ring around it, and so if you hit something, it stays. It would just keep that bend to it. Where this is some sort of synthetic plastic, and it goes back to the circle, the round shape. So that's pretty cool. But to change one of these is a huge pain in the rear end, he said, but you hardly ever have to do it. Also, again, the way we farm, there's ditches usually at the top of the field, and in this case there's a big drain ditch, so the dirt does go up. The way these open, the tips go way up in the air as you're turning, which if there's a ditch or an obstruction like that dirt mound, it's above it, where the DARFs just go straight up and you run into stuff. Our guys are always running into stuff, so that's kind of nice too. These flare up and they go over the tops of things, which is nice too. But it does need some lights back here. Luckily, I'm in a huge tractor with those lights way up high, so I could see back here. But without I'd need some lights back here to where I could see how tight this windrow was. This time of year, I want to make sure there is not a trough or a low spot in the middle. This is closed up pretty good. With this low spot in the middle, that's where it collects moisture and causes problems when they're baling. So I need some lights and less words. Well, I got dirty, and a little O-ring on that hose, or on the hydraulic hose that plugs into the tractor, came apart. So I had to park that tractor. Then I had to fix that. Then they needed that tractor. I forgot to video any of it. So next day, I'm back in a DARF. The worst thing about the DARF means a smaller tractor, and this tractor doesn't have a cup holder. I guess they could mount one there, maybe there. It's an outrage. I'm outraged. All right, well, sorry for the lapse in drama. And I have to do all this by hand. Let's see how fast we can go. Oh, we can go pretty fast. Not dry at all. In the summertime, well, pretty soon that won't be a possibility. You got to go slow. This stuff is it too wet? Let me double check that. It's supposed to be windy the next couple days, so no, we'll be all right. You also don't want to rake when it's too wet. So not too dry, not too wet. I'm right along the border, so this is all from gophers. I'm waging war on gophers this year. I've made it a point. How fast are we going? 6? So I could probably be going 8, but it's so rough right here. Dang it, sucks about not having a tractor with good lights. I got spoiled in that other tractor with its good lights. I just skipped one row, so now there's an odd number next to me, which probably means there's gonna be an odd number that way. Ugh. Well, might need to tell Brian, hey, have your guys mount another light on here. You can't see anything. Yes, it's tinted dark. I'd rather just have, instead of taking tint off, I'd rather have more lights. I keep an eye on my tires to see if I see any moisture on them, and it looked like there was, but they're just shiny from driving, I guess. I don't know. Thanks for watching the show, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comments, suggestions, please let me know. I do my best. Sorry for the several gaps in the weeks, but winter times just get boring, and some weeks my weeks are really boring. But and you guys don't want to see that stuff. Thanks for watching. Bales Hay Sales, PDI, my awesome wife, Gerrod. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.